Hi guys, so first off, Happy New Year! I hope you all had a great 2014 and that your 2015 is going to be just as good. So on New Year's Eve I went up to London to see the ballet adaptation of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and it was amazing and just so beautiful. But that's not what this video is about. That morning I also stopped at the British Library to see their current exhibition, which is on Gothic literature, and it's called Terror and Wonder, the Gothic Imagination. This is what all the posters look like. You may have seen them around London if you live in that area. And the first thing I want to talk about is the space that the British Library have and how they use it for their exhibitions, because it's about the third or fourth one I've been to, and for every one they decorate this space so well. Like for the comic book one, which was the last one they did, they had groups of mannequins all wearing the anonymous masks, and it was almost like a scene from a comic book, and it really set like the scene for the exhibition. And this time they built a Gothic castle. It had the Gothic castle doorways and veils everywhere, and it felt incredible just walking through the exhibition. So just want to congratulate the British Library really on that. The exhibition itself takes you through different eras of Gothic literature, and it starts of course with the origins of Gothic literature. And the origins section focuses very heavily on a book called The Castle of Otranto by Horace Walpole. Not too sure if I said the title correctly, so I'm just going to apologise in advance for any mispronunciations in this video. This book was published over 250 years ago and is considered to be the first ever Gothic novel. And even though it was published so long ago, it still features many of the themes that we recognise in Gothic novels today, such as mistaken identities, the setting being a medieval castle, and just things like that, which I thought was really interesting when I was reading about it. The next section takes you into classic Gothic literature, such as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. One of my favourite things I read in this section was where the inspiration for Frankenstein came from. So when Mary Shelley and her husband Percy and Lord Byron were on holiday in Lake Geneva, one rainy night they all shared ghost stories, and I think that would be such a nice event to have been able to observe. Between the origins and the classics section, it talks about the force of nature in Gothic literature, which is something I've studied in English, and it mentions Edmund Burke's wonderfully named A Philosophical Inquiry into the Origin of Our Ideas of the Sublime and Beautiful, which I think is a lovely title. The final sections are all about modern Gothic literature, and this features books such as Coraline by Neil Gaiman and A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. It's one of my favourite books, and I mispronounced the author. Well done! This section was probably my favourite because finally I was there and they were talking about these books, and I was like, I understand that because I'd read those books. And all throughout the origins and the classic section I was reading this stuff, and the stuff was amazing what they were talking about, but I didn't understand because I hadn't read the books. So I felt almost alienated, but then finally I understood, and it was amazing that I felt a little bit cultured. I'd read some books. So all in all, the exhibition was really interesting. If Gothic literature is something you're interested in and you want to visit the exhibition, you have not got long because it closes on the 20th of January. Again, like I mentioned earlier, it's at the British Library. The full price is £10, students are half price, and under 18s are free, so for young people who are interested in this subject it's really not much to go and see. So that video was a little bit different to what I normally do. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought about what I was saying, or of the exhibition if you've been. I'm going to post a link to the British Library site in the description, along with my social network sites, so remember to follow and like me in all the appropriate places. And most importantly, if you want to see more videos like this, remember to subscribe. Bye! Really interesting reading about that. The next section takes you through.
We've got Christmas crackers.
That take was going really well.